Hi, everyone, this is Jacob with Oak Endurance. Today, I'm going to be going over the kettlebell swing, which looks like so. Four reps will definitely win you. There are 9 things that I want you to keep in mind. And a reminder, this type of exercise is very powerful. It's very ballistic. Be aware of your surroundings. I recommend working with someone first. Use this video as more of a reminder of what you should be doing when you're practicing. Otherwise, just be careful, okay? There are 9 things we're going to talk about. Number 1, back stays flat. This is the hinge movement. If you need a reminder on the hinge, go back and watch my hinge video. Back stays flat the whole time, right? We're not doing this, we're not doing this. Back stays flat the whole time. That is number 1. Number 2, weight is even on the feet and the knees track the toes. This is one that I actually struggled with at first. I love to start nice and wide because I thought I was supposed to. Weight even on the feet, right? I couldn't shift to each direction because I'm evenly pushing, right? This is that squat stuff we've talked about in the past. Knees are over the toes, okay? I'm basically just outside shoulder width, all right? Weight evenly distributed, knees tracking over the toes, right? Big toe, specifically. That's number 2. Number 3, shoulders packed. That means your lat is engaged. So if you've been in a class or worked with me before, it's the cue where I have you stand like so, and I put my hands underneath, and you think, drive the hands down, pack shoulders, right? Do not do this. Do not do this, right? You see people doing kettlebell swings all the time where they go up to here. Different exercise. That is not the traditional kettlebell swing, all right? Shoulders packed, packed. Number 4, arms stay straight the whole time. This is a huge cue that I learned that has helped me a ton. Arms stay straight the whole time. Here, here, here. Feet are too wide there. Arms stay straight the whole time. All right? Lat, nice and packed and engaged. Shoulders packed, right? Arms stay straight the whole time. Number 5, kettlebell above the knees on the downswing. This is where I see a lot of people start to go wrong a little bit and where the squat pattern comes out. So you see people doing this type of thing where they're swinging and then they start to go like this and they're almost squatting. That is so dangerous for your back and the possibility of hurting it, hyperextending, herniating a disc, whatnot, okay? The kettlebell, when you swing it, so watch it track with my knees here. It never went below my knees. Arms stayed straight, never went below my knees. This one, right here, 4 and 5. Let's go ahead and connect the dots, I guess. There is a great exercise you can do with a towel to teach this. If you are swinging correctly, well, to find out if I am, you should be able to keep the arms locked and use a towel. And the kettlebell should never hit the ground. If you are not swinging correctly, it will hit the ground, right? It's a great learning tool, and it wipes sweat off your face, which is nice too. Great learning tool. It'll also teach you how to keep your arms locked when you're doing the swings. Remember, these go together, 4 and 5. Arms straight, kettlebell above the knees. This is one of the biggest areas that I see people go wrong in, okay? Work on that. Number 6, on the way up, the knees do not go forward. What did I do with the towel? All right? You see people doing this type of thing, right? The knees are shifting forward. The knees should be straight. Okay? It's another one that's very hard. Even I, like especially as I get tired and stuff, it gets hard to not do that. All right? Knees stay straight. That is going to come from squeezing your butt, hamstrings, and quads a little bit. Squeeze the butt, hamstrings, and quads. Okay? Knees do not go forward on the upswing. Reminder, one more time. Not doing this. Okay? Number 7, body forms a straight line at the top. At the top. Straight line. Okay? I will come back to these two on the last one as well. So just table that for a second. Because on the way up, the last thing that's very important, you can almost argue that this should be right here, but I learned this from a mentor that listed them out like this, so I'm following directions. Hard style breathing. Okay, you heard me when I did it. Hard style breathing. Use your diaphragm. Reminder, use your diaphragm. Hard style breathing, especially as you're coming up. 9, your abs, your glutes, your quads, hamstrings too, they kind of go with the glutes, and then your lat visibly are contracted at the top, right? Your lat should already be contracted as long as your shoulders are staying packed, so that's the one you could maybe take off this list, but I like to tell people there should be a jolt. I was told that. As you come up, there should be a physical jolt you can see, right? You should almost leave the ground without weight. The reason I said I'll come back to 6 and 7 is because this one, they all play together, but these ones play together as well, similar to how 4 and 5 play together. 6, 7, and 9 play together a lot. All right? The best way to understand 6, 7, and 9 is by watching my hardstyle plank video, which I'll link down below. That is the best way to understand and get a refresher on that. So I'm not going to talk your ear off on that because you hopefully already know. But jolt at the top, abs, glutes, lat, all of it's visibly contracted. Okay? One more time, we're going to put it all together. Isn't that fun? Okay, those are the 9 steps of the kettlebell swing. They're very, very, very important. Now, the last thing, you're probably wondering, how do I start the kettlebell swing? That's the best part, okay? This is another exercise, actually, that I am going to make and put in the show notes. Now I'm just thinking about this. I'm not even sure what I'm going to call it. Hamstring swings or something, but that will be in the show notes. You can see it, but it's another great hamstring exercise, actually. So you're going to get into a football position. Kettlebell, when it bends down, forms a straight line with the straight arms. Back is already straight. From here, you're hiking a football. See how I shift my weight forward as the kettlebell goes back. Again, this is a great exercise for loosening up the gluteal fibers, hamstring fibers, etc. before you're maybe doing this or an exercise intensive of those muscles. All right. From there, once you get that down, we squeeze and you're starting. Returning is the same way. Okay? Boom, boom. Butt back, place it. It is a very complex exercise. There's a lot going on. I recognize and understand that. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm here to help. Again, use this as more of a note resource for 9 steps to remember, okay? This is the kettlebell swing. My name is Jacob with Oak and Nerds. Thank you.